Hello everyone.
Hi everybody.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Fluency First podcast. I am here with none other than my own mother. Would you like to say hi?
Hi everybody. It's my favourite son.
And also your only son.
This is truth.
So we are here in the beautiful Longshore estate. This is a very special place to me because, well, I've been coming here forever now.
Yep.
Since I was a baby, or what, 3 years old?
Probably before that. We probably brought you in a carrier, yeah?
Wow. Yeah, so there you are. So at the start of every episode, we begin with small talk, right? That is easy topics about the weather, your weekend, how you're doing, what you have been up to, right? And Mum, what have you been up to lately?
Ooh, I had a really busy week last week because there were 3 family birthdays, including mine.
Happy birthday, Mother.
Thank
How
you.
old are you? Or would you prefer not to say?
I am 69.
You are 69. How does it feel to be 69?
It feels exactly the same as it did when I was 68, in fact.
That's very funny because you know what?
What?
That's exactly what Nana said.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, exactly what Nana said.
All right.
Okay, and what have you been doing? I heard you started a new sport.
Yep, I started to play pickleball last week, and this is a cross between badminton, paddle and table tennis, if you can imagine that. And it's played on a badminton court. And yesterday I played for the second time and I pulled a hamstring in my leg, so I'm having to walk fairly slowly today.
So you hurt the back of your leg, basically?
Yeah, a big muscle in the back of my leg.
Okay, and have you been cooking or eating anything new lately?
I've been baking cakes for people's birthdays. I have been eating, I've had quite a lot of takeaways because, yeah, because it was people's birthdays. But then I've also been cooking healthy meals to get Dad on a diet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ian, maybe you have already seen that episode with
Yeah.
my dad. Okay, well that flows nicely into the next main topic, or the first main topic rather, which is love and relationships.
Okay. Subject close to my heart.
Okay, so
That's a sheep.
that's a sheep. Do you want to say hi to the sheep, everyone?
Oh, don't you just love nature?
So I guess my first question is, how did you meet Dad?
I met your dad, Ian, when we both joined a beginners tennis club. So we both started to play tennis as adults in our 20s, and we were part of a group, and we were just friends. And then we went on holiday in a group to the south of France, and then we came back, we got together, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, obviously I know this story, but it's still interesting. Yeah. I heard that there was a little bit of competition actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Who with?
Oh, it's a secret between me and Dad, that.
Oh, right.
Okay, so where did you go on your first date?
We went to a little pub in Leicestershire called the Reservoir, which is on the edge of a reservoir in Leicester. And we had a nice drink there. And then we went on and we had a curry in a curry restaurant in Leicester, which is fantastic for curries. And it was memorable because Ian had a vindaloo.
Yeah.
He had a vindaloo, which is a very, very hot curry, and about 3 jugs of water. So it was quite funny.
So was he trying to show off?
Yes, I think he was trying to impress me with, you know, how spicy a curry he could eat.
Right, look how spicy my curries are.
Yeah.
That's quite funny.
But he did drink a lot of water, which is not the best thing.
No, it's milk, isn't it?
Yeah, but he had water. It's quite funny.
what did you think of Dad when you first met him?
When I first met him, we were in a group. We were just all playing tennis together.
Right.
Was quite a good tennis player, quite competitive. And then I think the first time we went out together on our own to the Reservoir pub, that was the first time, and I thought he was a really good conversationalist. He had a lot to say. He was very interested in his career.
So he was ambitious.
Yeah, he was ambitious.
Is that what was attractive for you? Or
Yeah, he had a lot of drive, which I don't think I had.
What
at
does
the
that mean? A
time.
lot of drive.
A lot of energy to get things done. So yeah, and I thought after our first date, it was a date. I thought, yeah, I could spend the rest of my life with this person, and I did.
Well, how did you know he was the right person for you?
We just got on well together.
So, Mom,
Yeah.
this is more of a serious question in a way.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a good relationship?
I think it's the old thing about give and take. I think it's about forgiveness.
Hang on, what does give and take mean? What does that mean?
It means that you're not just selfishly doing your thing, that you think about the other person, what they need, what they want, how you can support each other.
Okay, so give and take. What's the next one?
And I think just being supportive. So when the other person, maybe ill or has extra needs, then you look after them, you support them through things. You might take on extra, chores or work to give them a break. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. I think as well, compassion and kindness. I think always be kind.
And what about, doing things together? Like,
Yeah.
even now, you and Dad have started playing pickleball together. You're doing a new activity together. So I know some couples don't really do that.
No.
You always have.
Yeah. After tennis, we played squash together. That was our main interest. We just lived, breathed, slept,
Dad
dreamt.
talked a lot about squash
Did he?
in his interview.
All right, so we loved squash, which is why it's been great to pick up pickleball. But yeah, I do think you need to make time in your busy lives when other people have got demands on you to make time for each other.
Yeah.
So
great.
so you do things together.
Okay, so the first question, Mum, is what was your first job?
Ooh, my very first job was as an office junior, which I don't think is a role that we have anymore. And I worked for a large canning company.
Canning, making cans.
They used to make cans for Coca-Cola, anything that came in a can. They used to make cans. And my job was to open the post, take the post around the factory and the offices, collect post to frank it and get it back out into the post to go to whoever it needed to go to.
Okay, and what was the best part of your job, Mum?
Best part? Getting paid.
Yeah.
I'd left school and I was getting paid. Actually, that wasn't my first ever job.
Oh, what was your first ever job?
My first ever job, I had a Saturday job on the market in Leicester.
Of course you did, Leicester Market.
I forgot about that.
And you put plastic bags on your feet.
Because it was cold. It was a salad stall. So in the summer and the winter, they would water the produce to keep it fresh with a watering can. So it was always wet. And the stall was on a corner. And the wind used to just hit us. And it was cold. But there was great camaraderie. A lot of friendly banter going on.
These are some difficult words. Camaraderie, banter. I'll put them on the screen, everyone. These are really useful words, actually.
Yeah.
We talk about banter a lot in the UK.
We do.
To have good banter.
Yeah.
No one has ever said I've got good banter.
Oh, really?
No.
This is take 3, by the way.
Was there ever a job that you didn't like?
Okay. I have liked all my jobs. There was one where I had to work out how we could reduce the number of people working in an office. So basically, how many people we could let go. And I didn't like doing that.
And let go means?
Made redundant, or
And made redundant means?
losing your job effectively.
So to get fired.
Yeah, but I've been made redundant twice, so it happens.
How does it feel to be made redundant?
It feels like you have been thrown on the scrap heap, and that your contribution, like what you bring to the job role, wasn't worth it.
Oh, that's sad, Mum.
I know.
But you kept coming back.
I know. I got
yeah.
another job.
You were very resilient,
I was.
persistent, determined.
I was.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, Mum. Oh, sorry. Nowadays, you're not supposed to, right? You shouldn't say, I am proud of you. You are supposed to say, you should be very proud of yourself.
Yeah.
That's quite funny. Okay, so Mum, what did you like to do in your free time? You know, when you were maybe in your early 20s, I would like to know. Like, I don't know what you did when you were like in your 20s or your late teens.
In my late teens, I liked doing art and craft. So painting and drawing. And I particularly like lino cutting.
Oh, when you were in your 20s?
Probably not in my 20s, but a bit later.
Yeah.
But I did draw and paint, and I like to make things. So I did go to pottery class.
Okay, last question. Is there something new you would like to learn or try?
Well, I've just started pickleball. So I've played once and a half a session before I pulled my hamstring.
And you've already hurt your leg.
I pulled my hamstring.
Yeah.
So I need to recover from that. But I'm really interested because I love racket sport. And now I've got to the age that I am, I can't really play tennis anymore because I get tennis elbow.
Right.
Pain in my elbow.
Yeah.
Got to look out for there's a bull in the field somewhere.
Oh yeah, there was a warning on the gate saying beware of the bull. So wish us luck, everyone.
And because I have pulled my hamstring,
I'll just
can't
run. I'm sorry,
fast.
Mum, I'll have to leave you.
Yeah, thanks.
I would never leave you, Mum.
Thanks. I think you might if a bull was chasing us.
No, I wouldn't.
Don't you think?
No, I wouldn't. I try to distract it for you.
Okay.
While you can limp away.
Okay.
Okay, so Mum, the next topic is all about parenting.
Ooh, well, something I know about.
Yes. So let's start with me.
Okay.
What was I like as a baby?
Oh, you were so cute as a baby.
Was I?
Yeah, you were very, very cute. You were like a little cherub, and you had blonde curly hair, and you were a lovely baby. But you had your own language, which I think is why you are good at languages now, because you made up your own language,
right?
And only I could understand what you were saying.
It's quite nice, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was
It's interesting. Even as a baby, I was already interested in languages.
Yeah.
You know, and even now, I love different languages. You know.
Yeah.
Well, the next question is, what was the hardest part about being a parent? And Mum, I think we can sit on that bench over there. What do you think?
It sounds good to me.
If you can
There are
sit.
some people coming, I think. Are there?
No, they're sitting there. That's okay.
Okay.
So, what was the hardest part about being a parent?
I think time, not having enough time to do everything because I worked as well as had 3 children to look after.
Right.
And Ian was away a lot.
Yeah, Dad
So-
worked away, didn't he?
So time. And I think tiredness because you didn't sleep until you were 5.
I still don't sleep.
So I was awake a lot. And then also you 3 children had lots of after school activities. So we'd have jiu-jitsu class, guitar class, singing class. All of the three went swimming classes, theatre classes. It was just something every night. So there was a lot of time spent having their tea, a sandwich, in the back of the car.
Oh, really?
On the way to somewhere, yeah.
Did you ever worry a lot about me or my sisters, my two sisters, your two daughters, when, growing up?
Yeah. I did worry all the time. I worried mostly about that you'd got friends and that you were happy rather than your academic success.
Interesting. Yet I was very academically successful.
I know. But
that's a bit boastful, isn't it? I wasn't that successful.
I think you were. I think you were very successful. You were really good.
Yeah, well, anyway. Oh, here's a nice one. So these are some questions that I've never asked you, really.
Really?
Yeah, look. The next question, everyone, is what did you enjoy doing with me when I was little?
Ooh, right, let me think. Well, when you were little, you enjoyed playing with your little figures, like little wrestling figures. But
that was like, I liked doing that by myself as a child.
I know. I liked watching you make like a little house out of video cases with your little figures.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked watching you on your skateboard.
So you liked watching me a lot rather than doing an activity with me?
Yeah, you didn't like drawing or writing or anything like that.
Well, I'm dyslexic, so
I know.
I had trouble reading and even writing when I was young.
Yeah.
And that also affected my language learning journey.
Yeah. I liked reading books to you because you didn't read.
Yeah.
I liked to read to you so that you could learn.
Yeah.
I'll try and help you learn to read, really.
Yeah, that's nice. What was the best part about raising children?
I just love having you in my life. I think that's the best thing. Watching you grow up, learn, develop into your own people. And all three of you have become people that I would like to spend time with, even if you weren't my children.
Oh, that's a very nice thing to say, Mum. That's a very big compliment, that. Thank you.
Yeah, you're all independent spirits, I think.
Okay, so the last question is, did you learn anything new about yourself from being a parent?
I think I learnt that you need a lot of patience. And I think I learnt as well that your children have their own lives, and you can't control what they do. You can only control your response to their behaviour. I always used to be saying to you children, I haven't made you cry, you've made yourself cry, which made them worse. But I truly believe that,
I remember you saying that, actually. Yeah, I didn't make you cry, you made yourself cry.
I didn't say it.
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't say it in that
No, there's that
creepy
famous chef. Who's that famous chef that made Gordon Ramsay cry?
I don't know.
What's his name? No, he had a restaurant in London.
Don't know.
Marco Pierre White made Gordon Ramsay cry.
Did he? Has he said that?
Yeah, but when he was asked that, he said, I didn't make him cry. He made himself cry.
Yeah.
This is Gordon.
He remains the only human being, as far as I'm aware, who's ever made Gordon Ramsay cry.
No, I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. He made himself cry. That was his choice to cry.
Anyway, I think the biggest lesson is, you give your children roots to grow and wings to fly.
Oh, that's very poetic.
I used to have that little saying on the wall.
Ah, say it again.
You give your children roots to grow.
Roots to grow.
And wings to fly.
And wings to fly. I love that. And I flew away for 18 years.
Did you all flew away?
But we're back now. We're back.
Yeah, so maybe I did something right.
Okay, so we are ready now for the last topic, which is reflections and advice. So, Mum, what's one thing you are proud of in your life?
Okay, I would say, apart from my children, because that is one thing I'm very proud of, I'm passing my driving test. The one thing, which now is the third thing, is gaining my master's degree in my 50s.
Yeah,
So
that's pretty impressive.
It is. So I did lots of qualifications, but had an opportunity to study for a master's in my 50s, and I took it, which was really good because it helped me when I became redundant on those two occasions, helped me get a job.
That's great, Mum. Mm-hmm. So, Mum,
Yes.
next question.
Yep.
What advice would you give me for the future?
I would say keep learning and take advantage of any opportunities that you can to help you develop as a person and learn new skills and knowledge.
That's good. Yeah. And did you kind of follow that advice growing up?
I did.
What opportunities did you take advantage of?
Going to college, doing qualifications.
You do like qualifications?
I do like qualifications.
Do you think you're a bit of a qualification addict? A qualification junkie? It runs in the family on the female side, I think.
Ian always said that...
It's a helicopter, everyone. I don't know. We're getting interrupted quite a lot today, really, aren't we? I don't know if you can see it in the background. We had a massive plane come over our heads as well.
Is it gone?
Yeah. What did I ask you?
You asked me about qualifications, was I?
Oh, that you're a qualification junkie.
Yeah. Ian, my husband, always said, I like badges. And I think I probably do like a good certificate here and there. So I think it's just about, when there's an opportunity, take it. There might be a course that you are offered that you're not that interested in, but then you find is very helpful to you in the future.
So the next question is, quite reflective, so take your time in answering it. Mm-hmm. What is one thing you wish you had done differently?
Ooh.
What is one thing you wish you had done differently? That's a difficult question because it's about regret in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
I don't regret anything because I've had a good life. I've got a lovely family and good friends, so I don't regret anything. I think I regret. I would just.
I don't regret anything, but I do regret.
No, I wish that when I was younger, that I had more confidence. That's.
But you have to grow confidence.
I know.
You can't buy confidence.
No, but it's doing things and having those new experiences that help you to create confidence.
Well, I always say confidence comes from competence. When you're able to do something and you practice it, then you feel more confident about doing that.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done in my life.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I think the bull's down there.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure I want to walk.
I think we'll be okay.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not scared of a bull. Also, if we die, at least it's on camera.
I don't want to die. I'm reflecting on my life.
Well,
I don't want it to be...
It's perfect timing, isn't it? What do you think is the most important lesson in life?
I think you've got to make yourself number one in your life, because if you don't look after yourself, then you can't help others. It's, that saying about when you're on a plane, put your mask on first. Yeah. So I think it's that, and I think you've got to take time for yourself to do things that you enjoy and not just work or do things for others all the time.
What makes you feel happy and grateful now?
What makes me feel happy? Well, my family makes me feel happy, but I love being in nature, So it's very nice to be out here today, and I love being on our allotments and growing vegetables and fruit that then I can cook nice meals with.
Okay, it's the last question.
Yeah.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self, what would it be?
I think it would be, as the song goes, don't worry, be happy, it'll be okay.
That's great. What was your earliest childhood memory? I don't know what mine is, so don't worry if you don't know.
No, I think...
Sorry, can you go over this side? Because
Which, this side?
yeah, because
Okay.
then now you're kind of in the middle.
Okay. I think just playing outside in the street with my friends and just running about, and there was less traffic and it felt safer back in the day.
Did it?
Yeah.
Aww. Who was your best friend when you were young?
Well, my best friend at school was Anne Harper, and we were best friends right all the way through primary school. And she was a twin.
Oh.
And she had a brother.
What happened?
So-
Did you lose touch?
At 11, I passed my 11 plus.
What's
and
that? 11?
It was an exam that we used to have. We don't
We
have
still
it
have it technically for
in
grammar
some
schools.
in some places. I passed my 11 plus, much to my surprise, and I went to grammar school. So she went to a different school to me, and we lost touch.
That's sad. Here's another question I've never asked you, because like growing up as a child, I'm in my own world. As an adult, we're all busy,
And you're still in your own world.
and I'm still in my own world. But it is. What was your favourite meal as a child?
Oh, right, I can tell you this one. My favourite meal was fish fingers, peas, frozen peas, and mashed potatoes.
So nothing much has changed, really.
No, but I used to like to make a volcano of my mashed
yeah.
potatoes and put my peas in it. And I used to have that most Saturdays.
Oh,
Yep.
that's really nice.
Oh, fish finger. I still like fish fingers, peas and potatoes.
Just so everyone knows that Nana, who now has become a minor celebrity, you are her daughter.
I am.
Yeah.
Hard footsteps to travel in.
What does it feel like to have your 95-year-old mother as a YouTube celebrity? I mean, she's not a YouTube celebrity, but many people have watched her video.
I know.
What does it feel like?
I'm really proud of her
Yeah.
because she's 95 and she's got some, she's got her own issues to live with, and
Yeah.
but she's still enjoying life,
She is.
and
isn't
that's what I hope to do.
she? Yeah, she's a very inspirational person.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to be the same when I'm 95.
Do you think you had a nice childhood?
I did until I was 11. And then
Why?
well, like I said, we were able to play in the street, we ran
what-
free, and
Was it so bad, this new school?
it was just so different to what I was used to. I was at an inner city school that wasn't
So you were
remarkable.
in quite a rough school, and then suddenly in a...
in a very
posh
posh
school.
school. Yeah.
What did it feel like being the, relatively poor kid, right?
Yeah.
In a posh school? Like, I'm sure you had issues with like buying the right uniform
yeah.
and shoes and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I did feel like the poor kid in the posh school. There were,
Aw.
people, whose parents were doctors and played violin, and but I didn't know that way of life existed until I went to that school, because at my junior school everybody was the same, really. But I think the impact it has had is that I like to have the correct clothing and shoes and equipment for anything that I'm doing.
Do you wish you hadn't gone to
Oh no,
posh school?
no, because it gave me a really good education, so.
What did you enjoy most about school? That's
Um,
what I want to know.
oh, sport mostly.
Sports. You're
Sport.
really sporty.
I was really sporty.
Because, oh right. Interesting. I didn't know you were that sporty.
I was. I ran.
Yeah.
I did long jump. I played hockey. I played netball, and ironically, when we played tennis, me and my friends, we didn't like tennis. We used to just knock the ball out of court and spend most of the lesson looking for it. But now I love tennis.
Okay, last question for this topic. Did you have a favourite teacher?
I think it's probably the sports teacher. And I think her name, I think it was Mrs. Jones, but that's a long time ago.
That's fine. Okay, well, I think that is it for today's episode, everyone. If you're still here, I'm impressed. Are you impressed if they're still here watching?
I am. Oh, now we have a wasp on the camera.
Oh, goodness me, what's it doing?
Oh, my word. So we've had aeroplanes, wasps. Oh!
Okay, so take two. Thank you for watching, everyone. This seems to be the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed the podcast. Make sure to download the free PDF so you can learn all the new words and phrases we have used today. There's another bug on me. Let me just show you the ending of where we are, everyone. Okay. Okay, I just wanted to show you the view. We're going to go and have a coffee and maybe a cake. So I'll see you in the next episode, everyone. Thank you so much again, and bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Okay.